Well, I think you can divide art. I don't know. It's very. I mean, I'm going to simplify a lot. This is, of course, a lot more difficult. So I'm just gonna try to like say it in the quickest way possible. I find. I think you can divide art into sections. In one side will be technique, and in other side will be like mind. To say, I had a teacher that usually said that an artist had a mind and a brain and a heart.
Hmm.
Actually, three different things. And there's people that normally only focus on technique, so they usually lack of brain and heart. Their heart could be, for example, intuition, and brain we could see we'll say theory.
Hmm.
So you can be very very good technically, but that doesn't mean that your things have that feeling that people love so much. You can do a super I don't know, painting of but for example, he will say, sorry, I'm like
No, that's exactly what I was looking for. So go on.
he will say that there are some few people in the art history that it's born with the three, with the technique, the brain, and the heart. And that, for example, could be the Mona Lisa. That, for example, would be, I don't know, a lot of classic things with it, because Mona Lisa is just a woman
Hmm.
looking at you. But you can see there that he has hand, he has brain, and he has a heart.
Hmm.
So I think sometimes we focus in one thing.
Yeah.
And usually when you are learning, that thing is technique. It's not usually heart or brain.
I would say
So
mind. I would link it to conscience somehow, because when we say brain and mind,
yeah,
it's just too easy to confuse them or mix them together. But
yeah,
it makes a lot of sense if you say like mind or conscience, and brain and heart, and understanding brain as pure skills with no soul.
yeah, yeah, totally. Yeah. So I think sometimes people, when they start, they don't know that there can be these kind of distinctions. I've seen that, for example, is something very much from our station, where people are only focused on master the technique.
Yeah.
I mean, that's okay. That's something you can do if you want to be that kind of artist. But then you have to understand that you have to leave other things behind you if
Exactly.
you're only going to venture in that. So I guess it's just to think about. This isn't with the social media. Is to think about what do I want to do, what is my path, who I do want to be, what is my goal. Sometimes you get trapped into one of these things because, like you said, first you only want to get technically better because it's what they usually teaches you. But yeah, there's a lot of things actually, like because for example, people is like always asking me that question: what are your references? Okay, and they want the exact picture that I have used for this particular illustration, and that's okay. But you can obtain references and inspiration from a book, from a movie. I don't know, from a pack of cereal. I don't care. Like if you're an artist, you have to be aware and conscious and watching everything
Yeah.
every time.
And
And
find the interesting on the uninteresting.
yeah, exactly. And I don't know, even if you, I don't know, whatever. And sometimes I think that I kind of saw this earlier because of fine arts, but because of the first university I was in, that was the Contemporary Art University. And I think contemporary art is something that we are usually against
Mhm.
with, because I don't know, in the past years there's been this kind of, I'm blind right now. Sorry. The sun is too hot. Yeah, I don't know, there is this kind of fight issue between contemporary artists and I don't know, comic artist, digital artist, pop artist, I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I don't think that should be that way at all, because you need to study art history. You need to comprehend what others did before you, because you're going to do basically the same. You're playing in the same field, so you need to learn that. And I don't know. I think we are very separated right now, and there's a lot of conflict. And I actually hated contemporary art because of the university I was in. But later I understood a lot of things coming from them that actually helped me in my art style and in my way of thinking and in a lot of things. So I don't know why. I mean, I know why is this division, because you go to university, you meet these contemporary teachers, and they, I don't know, call you coward for doing a comic instead of a painting. So